I've been commissioned to read the first book in the Clue series, which is a little difficult because I've never played Clue, and, well, it's a hard book to summarize. The book is a collection of humorous short mysteries. The characters include Reginald Boddy, the foolish billionaire, Mr. Green, the angry man, Colonel Mustard, the dashing gentleman, Professor Plum, the forgetful one, Mrs. Peacock, prim and proper, Miss Scarlet, beautiful and vain, Mrs. White, the maid who openly hates everyone. Each mystery generally starts with the characters being ridiculous, which is followed by a logic puzzle. Most of them are solved by the process of elimination, or by assuming someone's the culprit and checking to see if that creates any contradictions.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
Let's go through the cases one by one. Case 1. Someone killed Pitty Pat the parrot. The suspects are Plum, Green, and Scarlet. Green and Plum have alibis. Who is the murderer? Miss Scarlet. She's the only one of the three without an alibi. That was an easy mystery to solve, although the book does try to fool us by saying one person wasn't her, the other one was. Case 2. Scarlet hides her diamonds in a safe. White and Green know the combination. That night the thief passes by Green on the way to the safe. Therefore, the culprit's White. Case 3. It's Mr. Green's birthday. Everyone bought him a murder weapon. Cute. Professor Plum bought a time bomb. They searched the house hoping to find it. In this case, you have to cross-check the rooms they searched with the rooms Plum entered to discover the bomb is in the hall. Case 4. They hold a seance for Mrs. Boddy. Someone taps the table to make it seem like her ghost is there. The person who tapped the table must have had a free hand. You have to reread the story and keep track of who is holding whose hand, but that's way too much work. I just read the solution and moved on. The solutions are printed upside down on the following page. The culprit's name is in all caps, making it easy to see who the culprit is without turning your book upside down. They also have a clue card for each mystery, even though we've clearly seen that not every mystery requires you to know the culprit's location and weapon. Case 5. Our friends play hide-and-seek and mess up in humorous ways. Mustard accidentally starts a fire. Everyone checks a room, although Plum forgets which room he checked. You go through the list of rooms to discover that the room they didn't check is the billiards room. Case 6. Oh boy, this is a puzzle I can actually explain. Or at least I can show it to you. The suspects make 5 statements. 3 of the statements are lies. Who did it? Pause the video now and work it out on your own if you want. The culprit is Miss Scarlet. If the culprit was one of the other 2 people, then there would only be 2 lies. Case 7. Plum takes secret pictures for a gumdrop company. Green, who's doing magic tricks, steals the film. He has 2 rolls of film in his pocket now. White steals one, Mustard steals the other, and Plum steals all of Mustard's film. The real film was only stolen twice. Who has it? Well, reread the story. Mustard's film was taken 3 times, so White's film is the correct answer. 8. A sleepwalker raids the kitchen and shoots Miss Scarlet. This is another one that's easy to show off. The culprit has all 3 clues. Who shows up in all 3 clues? Mrs. White. Case 9. Mrs. Peacock writes a nasty gossip column about everyone. The others wear masks and attack her. Based on their statements, you figure out who is wearing what mask. I didn't even try to solve this one. I more or less skipped the mysteries that require careful rereading. I prefer the ones where all the clues are on the last page and you can puzzle them out. Case 10. One guest disguises themselves as a woman and steals a violin. Based on Mr. Boddy's layout notes, the thief must be Colonel Mustard. Case 11. Someone hypnotizes Mrs. White and chaos ensues. You can rule out either Mustard or Green. You can't rule out one of White, Mustard, or Peacock. You can rule out White or Peacock, but only if you didn't eliminate them earlier. Ow, my head, it hurts! The culprit is Green. Case 12. Everyone pretends to do violent things for April Fool's Day. Each person is part of 2 gags. You reread the story carefully to figure out White and Peacock only did 1 gag. Case 13 is the title case. Mr. Boddy changes his will so the money goes to all of his good friends. He plans to spend many, many happy years with them, and he's murdered the next day. Everybody gives a statement about visiting the library. Who was the last one to visit the library? Mr. Green. The end. Post-book follow-up. I'm sorry if this is a short recap, but it's not easy to summarize 13 logic puzzles in a concise manner. I thought the book was fine. I would have liked it more if I came across it when I was a kid. The stories are funny and all the logic puzzles work. Could you imagine how angry readers would be if one of the puzzles didn't have a good solution? There was a fair amount of variety with the logic puzzles, and I don't think you could ask much more of this book. The series went on for 18 books, so it was clearly successful. I have absolutely no idea how to score this book, so no score. I'm just going to give it a general thumbs up. If you like it, cool. If it's not your thing, no big deal.